So here we go. IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4, Specimen Paper 2020. We comes to question number 10A. So this question is about the sphere thing and sphere volume. Oh, the formula is given. Oh, that easy. So you just put in all the thing and you can show that. So you just simply put it. So the volume V will be equals to 4 over 3 times the pi, and then times the R. R is 15, so 15 to the power 3, and you just use your calculator. It will give you something like this. All right, and it will give you this one, right? If you use the pi in the calculator. Okay, so correct this to 4 significant figure, you will get a 14140. So that's already show it. Easy thing. So here it comes to part B1. So this time it's asking about the volume of cylinder. So for volume of cylinder, it's just like any prism, alright, but the base with a circle only. So for any prism, the volume of it will be the base area multiplied by the height h, right? But for circle, the area of the base will be pi r squared, given that r is the base radius. So the volume of a cylinder must be pi r squared times h, like this. So this time, the question asks you to find the water need to fill the tank. Or you can see that the water, the blue area, the blue volume here, is just using the volume of the cylinder minus the volume of the sphere. So you just minus these two them together, and then you will get the water need to fill in the blue area, like this. Okay, so the volume of the water will be pi r squared times h. That's the volume of the cylinder, pi r squared times h, and then minus the sphere. Sphere is the sphere we got in part A, right? So for me, I will just reduce them into something. So before I multiply the pi, I will make it into how much pi minus how much pi, and then how many pi's. Okay, and then you will get, it should be 33,000 pi, and then you use the calculator, you will get this figure, and then correct to 3 second figure, you will get 104,000 cm cube. So here we come to the part 2. The sphere is removed. So you can think about that when the sphere is removed. So the volume left will be equal to the sphere removed. So these two volume must be the same. This cylinder thing. So instead of calculating the d value, I want to calculate the height of the remaining thing, like this. I will call this h. So I will try to find h first, because h plus d is equal to 60. So if I can find h, I can just use 60 to minus h to get the d, right? So when you think about this, this cylinder, the volume should be like this, pi r squared. The radius is still the same, 25 squared times h, the height, will be equals to the volume of the sphere. And then you can just calculate it with the h equals to that whole thing divided by this thing divided by this, and the pi will cancel out. So it is just like this, just this thing divided by 25 squared, and you will get that h is actually equal to 7.2. But we didn't end at h. We want to find the d. So remember that the d will be equal to 16 minus the h. So you will get d should be equals to 52.8. That's it. So here we come to part C. Obviously, it's about the cone and the sphere, and it's talking about the total surface area. So before we go, of course we have the formula for this, okay, but before we go, we need to think about the cone. For the cone, for the relationship between the slant height and then the height and the radius, you can see, obviously this is a right angle triangle, so you can use the Pythagoras Theorem so that you get this relationship. That's the h squared plus the r squared will be equals to L squared. Normally we'll use L for the slant height. So this time you can just use this to calculate the L first, because for the curved surface area for the cone, you need to use the L. So you need to calculate the L because you don't have the L here. But before we go, remember that for the cone, there are actually two faces, I would say. First of all is the curved one, or the red one, and then the second one is the base area, the circle. So the total surface area for a cone should be the curved area, that's pi RL, and then plus the base area, that's pi R square. Alright, so you need to have this one to get the cone total surface area. So let's get the L first, or the slant height for the cone. So this is 12x and this is 5x, and using the Pythagoras Theorem, we got that the L square, how about I write it here? Yeah, the L square will be equals to the 12x bracket square. Remember, you must have a bracket and then plus a bracket 5 square. So the L square will be equals to 144x square. Sorry, 144x square and then plus a 25x square. So you will get that L square will be equals to 169x square. And then you take the square root of all the thing here. So I do it this way. So for the 169, you take the square root, it will give you 13. For the x square, you take the square root, you get a x. Alright, so L is just equal to 13x. And then we can just use the total surface area formula like this here. So the total surface formula area of the cone should be pi RL. So pi times the R. The R is the 5x. Alright, so 5x, and then multiplied by the L. L is 13x. Alright, and then plus a base area, the pi R square. R is 5x, and then remember, you should have a bracket square. Alright, this is the total surface area for the cone, will be equals to the total surface area of the sphere. So will be equal to 4 pi R square, as it already given to you. Okay, so and then we just simplify this, and then you can show this. Okay, so for this you will get 65 pi x square, and then for the blue thing you will get 25 pi x square. And there are 3 terms, right? So all of the terms can divide by pi, so pi will be disappear. Okay, and these two you can just add them up, so you can have it like this. Okay, actually you can just add them up first. Okay, so it will be 19 pi x squared, and then you can just, as I say, you delete the pi, and then you try to make to this format. So let the R square be on the right hand side alone, so we will move to 4. So we'll have 19x squared divided by 4 will be equal to R squared. So let's rearrange it. It will be R squared equals to, for 19 over 4, you can just get the 45 over 2. And then we put the x squared on the here. So that's it. We just show that. The end.